Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boy on boy, girl on girl. Boy on boy, girl on girl. Boy on boy, girl on girl. Like who you like, fuck the world. Welcome to Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 127. It's 2019 and we're live in 2019.
Doing it live.
That's Corey Dearman. That was Moose. My name is Matthew Keel. I'm at _rewind on every social media platform you can conceive in this known universe. Corey, how are you?
Great. How was your guys' break? Because I sure as hell didn't take one.
Dang.
You worked a ton. You worked a ton. You should not do that.
Damn. How come, man?
No, it was supposed to be funny, Moose. Laugh. Drink your diet beer.
Okay.
Shut up.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so Corey can be found at Corey in HD 86 everywhere except for PlayStation, where he is still Rogue Spartan 4.
That's me.
You have a good break?
I did.
You did?
I did. You know, had
I
some.
feel like you did some good work.
I did my best.
You did some streamlining. I like it.
I did. So, you know, I went through the back end of the website, and now the menu. Jeez, Moose. The banner, the menu at the top of the website, you can now search by channel instead of by product. So it's all streamlined and ready to go. Few new surprises up there that you may or may not want to check out. Pretty excited for those, especially Javelins for Hire.
Yeah, you started an Anthem thing.
Sure did.
You and Jesse.
Yeah, and we started a Division thing as well. In Dark Zone Junkies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good show, by the way, on Saturday.
That was good. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this, especially as we play through it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Matt's just like, why are you doing more?
Yeah, actually.
You know, Matt, you know what? Some of us enjoy this, Matt.
God damn. That's just fucking coming out.
So I ended 2019 fighting with Moose. I'm going to start 2019 fighting with you. Is that what? Or I ended 2018 fighting with Moose. We're still.
No, man. Damn, we just time traveled.
How did this happen?
How was Sekiro, man?
Let me tell you, it falls apart at the end in some spectacular ways. No, the other voice here is Moose Cool, Nerds Gone Platinum's own Moose Cool. You can find him talking PlayStation there, apparently talking Division on the Division show. And you can find him at Svhenn on every social media platform.
Jason Marshall's on that show too.
He also twitches a bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I started my Bloodborne no weapon upgrade run. It's going pretty well.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I know, yeah. So I stream that.
Speaking of New Year's resolutions, Bloodborne that lasted all of 10 minutes.
Now, what New Year's resolution? I
could have swore on Nerds Gone Platinum. You said
yes. I said I was going to play less. I did want to delete it, but I was like, man, if I'm going to be on Twitch, I want to try and challenge myself and do this challenge. But I have been playing Far Cry 5 a shit ton. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So anyways,
nice.
It's not completely falling apart. I am playing other games while I'm playing it. So
it's not true.
Nope.
You said Far Cry 5.
You know how many episodes of Misadventures with Moose I added to the website today, and I had to come up with all different type of Bloodborne titles?
What are you talking about?
To the point.
We already have titles for them.
It just says more Bloodborne, Misadventures with Moose on like 12 titles.
No. Okay,
And then,
you need to talk to Mr. Marshall.
And then one of them literally says part 6 or 7.
That is literally as boring as the music group Chicago. They don't title any of their albums anything other than Chicago.
In my defense, they were uploaded to the Google Drive with a name on it. So it's not my fault they didn't make it to the YouTube.
Let me just read
Jesus Christ.
The last 5 titles of Misadventures with Moose. Are you ready? On 1/2/2019, more Bloodborne. 12/26, post Christmas Bloodborne. 12/19, Platinum plays Bloodborne. 12/12, Platinum plays Bloodborne Part 8.
You're gonna have to talk to my manager.
12/6, Platinum plays Bloodborne Part 7.
It was not in my contract to make sure the names came across. I had the names on there when I uploaded them. So it's not my fault.
You know what? I think maybe that was your titles because all of Jason's shows have great titles. We're not. MPJ's Magical Pandora Vacation. That sounds like a great title.
Yeah. How far is he on that? How's that going for him?
He's got 4 episodes.
All right.
I'm just messing with you, Moose.
I know he is.
You know what? Yesterday was a long day. Okay, I was trying to get all of Platinum stuff onto the website so people could watch it.
It was a long day for you. You worked really hard.
Speaking of new shows, we're adding to the website. Matt.
No, let's not go there yet. Let's not.
Why?
Go there because
it's
honestly,
such a great title.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Yes, you are.
What she said.
Can we at least reveal the title?
No, next week we can because
You're terrible. You're terrible.
I am, but also I'd like to plan too.
But our social media team already teased it.
What?
Social media team. I love that.
Yeah.
Who's our social media team? That would be Corey.
It's the I don't know, the intern I keep in the closet.
Okay, so
malnourished and not paid.
I'm finally checking in with the chat. Sorry, I'm late. Hey, Deshaun. Hey, Jason. How are both of you? Okay, so apparently we are going to do a Hitman show.
Yeah,
we are going to do a Hitman show, and we still have to figure out the logistics of it because I think Corey and we love Giant Bomb. In case you didn't notice. And we are big fans of the Hitsmith thing. So
we're Giant Bomb of the Middle East.
Nope. We're not doing that.
Midwest.
Yeah. Okay. That's better. But I want to do something very similar to that. Corey said we should do something similar to that, and we are going to give me a license to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we need to give that show naming guy a raise.
You need to copyright that shit.
Yeah. License to kill. So that'll probably be a once a week thing. That'll probably happen on my stream at the very least, but we'll figure out the other details too. That's why I didn't want to talk because we know it's coming. We just don't know how it's coming yet. But now let's get to yes, exactly. Let's get to games. We've been gone for a couple weeks, and we haven't been gone. Like we released our game stuff. All that stuff came off really well. I'm really happy that Jose and Todd had a show with me. I'm happy that Chris and Imran had a show with me. I think our Game of the Year stuff came off really, really well. I failed one of my parts. I did not get my 20 albums of the year out before today.
That's right. I haven't got my stuff out yet either.
I have my list made. I just haven't written about 6 of the titles. So I'll get there. Hopefully tonight while I'm at work. Heaven help me. What have you guys been doing with yourselves?
Do you really want to know that question?
Not all the details, but like.
Well,
You've been playing anything?
I start the evening with a long hot shower. Man, come on, guys! It's been a while.
We know you don't bathe, Corey. It's fine.
I know. Oh my gosh, that's why I'm so dirty. Ugh, gross.
You dirty boy.
Well, I've been playing quite a few things, I guess.
Me too.
I guess if you count the last 3 weeks, I've played a lot. Let's see, what have I played? I've played the only
really go into new stuff so we can keep it short.
Yeah, well, you know,
because we got a lot of questions.
I was gonna go with the game that I've played the most.
Okay.
And it's the only game that matters.
Tetris.
And it's nope. Better.
Okay.
I purchased Roller Coaster Tycoon Adventures on the Switch.
I was just gonna say, nice. I mean, very nice.
That's awesome.
Is it good?
What? No, it's terrible.
Wait,
it's the absolute. No, it's the absolute worst place to play that game.
Okay.
It's bad. It's bad. It's like the concept isn't bad because it's like a really simplified version. It's totally a port of the mobile version. I'm not gonna lie. It's totally the port of the mobile version. But instead of all the microtransactions, you just get everything for the price of admission. So, you can't build lines to your rides. They just kind of like show up in boxes and it says there's this many people in line and the line holds this many people and hope you, can keep track of all these people or whatever. The roller coaster building aspect of the game, kind of poor, to be honest. It's bad. But I think the sandbox mode is a really cool mode. It's bad though. I mean, like if there's more than like 5 rides on your screen at one time, it slows to sub 10 frames a second. It's just real bad. So
that sucks.
Yeah, but that hasn't kept me from playing over 20 hours of it. So.
Attaboy, stick through the trouble.
Yeah.
Play through the pain.
Yeah. So that's kind of the most what I've been playing. I've tried the scenario modes, but the biggest thing is like there's this really bad bug in the game where if you go to build fences and you build too much fence, your game just crashes and it kicks you out to the home screen of the Switch. It just crashes the game.
We don't like boundaries, man.
So, huh?
We don't like boundaries, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's fun. It's fun, but if you have a mobile phone, it's free. Don't spend the $40 it is on the eShop.
It's $40.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 campaign modes that are each like 50 or 60 levels long. It comes with all the mobile expansions and stuff. And then the sandbox mode gives you 6 different parks to build in. So, I mean, there's a lot there. It just runs like garbage. Also, if you really want to play a good version of Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 are less than $8 on good old games right now. So, just saying. And they run on modern systems.
And those games are still good.
Yeah. Yep. So, but that's like the major thing I've been playing. I've been dabbling in a couple other things. Dabbling in Mega Man 11. I mean, it kind of feels like a modern version of Mega Man. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really good. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played a ton, but I've also played some. What's happening? Who's got a chicken in there?
It's Shelby talking.
Is she playing with a squeaky toy?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna stab all the squeaky toys with my knife.
Oh my gosh, he's got a knife. And then I've been playing a little bit of ukulele on Switch as well. So It's funny because the guy that gives you all your moves, his name is Trouser Snake, and he's a snake that wears pants.
Yep.
Really funny.
That is hilarious.
It's funny. It's funny. So it's like they wanted to make Banjo and Conquer the same game, but they couldn't do either. So they just made this.
They just said, "Hey, Trouser Snake."
Yeah.
It must be really nice playing on your Switch.
It is. It's great. You know what? Sorry they didn't make a Vita version, Moose.
Well, his Switch is.
I know. He said
getting
hope you get that memory card back, Moose.
Yeah, I forgot to take it out, but whatever.
But that's all I'm going to talk about this week in terms of what I've been playing.
Moose, what have you been playing?
A whole lot of Far Cry 5.
Yeah.
My name's Mean Moose, and I'm reporting from Hope County. Got a lot of shit going down. I just took down the cultist leader, John Seed. It's a lot of fun, you know?
I don't know.
I had him in a dogfight. We were in a dogfight in planes, and I blew up this plane, and I had to parachute out and come down to the field. I got down to the field, and he hit the ground on a road, and I was down at the bottom of the reef. I came up the side of the little, you know, like when you go like through the mountains and you got those little guardrails. I came up on the guardrail, shot him right in the head. He went down. And then like, it's weird because the game teleported us, not the game, real life teleported us to the middle of the field. And I just kicked him around, by the head for like 3 minutes. I just kicked him around the field. It was like playing soccer, but with his head, because he's a complete asshole and a tool, and I hated him. So I had fun doing that. Right now, I'm going after his brother, Jacob.
Which one is John? Is John the one that looks like Josh Brandt?
He was the bottom left one, so he had like the shaved sides and like the slick back hair. He was in the bottom left region.
That's funny because Josh Brandt lives in the bottom left half of Ohio.
He might look like Josh Brandt. I think Jacob has a ponytail. So
yeah, there's like Joseph is the big one. Jacob is the one that's like super. He's like wilderness guy, and then there's the girl who is
Faith,
fucking annoying.
Can't wait to kill her too.
I mean, yeah, just. And it seems like you're playing Far Cry. If you're playing Far Cry right, just don't really think about the story.
No, I'm not. Like, I'm paying attention and I watch the cutscenes and I like the cutscenes and stuff, and it's pretty entertaining. But like, I mean, I'm tearing through stuff. Like, I was in Jacob's area and I got the one dude that has the rocket launcher. Mm-hmm. You have to get his dad's campaign truck back. Oh, by the way, his campaign truck is a Jeep with a turret mounted to the back.
Yeah.
For his campaign for his truck for Senate, which I was like, yeah, that's about right for Montana. so that was a really fun. And he came up with one of the best names ever, and it was Brobo Fett. Yeah. Like Boba Fett. It was like Brobo. I was like, that is awesome. But having fun doing that. I switched.
That's
over.
Herc, right? Isn't that Herc?
Yeah, it's Herc.
Yeah, he's a little shitbag, isn't he?
Oh, he's awesome. He's freaking hilarious. But I like how he's like when you're going down the zip lines to get to where the truck is, and he's like, "Man, this is a hell of a lot of fun." He's like, "I'm gonna come back here and do this again later." He's like, "Buck naked." And I'm just like, oh, "All right, have fun, Herc." But so you know, some of the missions are a little bit crazy.
Have you gotten
happens.
Yet?
No, I'm going to get Cheeseburger soon. Like he is, I'm like in that area, so like he is the next thing I go for. I'm gonna go grab
the bear, right?
Yeah, Cheeseburger is the bear,
and Peaches is the panther.
The cougar.
Cougar. I've got Boomer. I like Boomer. But anyway, so it's been a lot of fun. I'm glad we're playing it for our co-op challenge. Because like I tried it last year when it came out, and it just really I didn't play it long enough to give it a chance to grab my interest. But now I'm actually having fun with the game. So I switched over to an M60. I put a silencer on it. I put an extended clip on it. I got a scope on it, and then I put a silencer on a shotgun, extended clip with a scope. So it's like no country for young cultists out in Hope County. Yep. So yeah, I'm just rolling through. I'm blowing shit up, having a good old time. I just got the wingsuit, so I'm having a good time with that. I love mowing them down. Like you hear them say "hey" or like whatever, they like fire a shot, turn, zero in on them, and just hold down the M60 trigger and just lay waste to all of them. So it's nice. It's a good gun. If you haven't jumped in Far Cry 5 yet and you're thinking of doing it, save up, get the M60, max out the clip size, put a silencer on it and a scope, and then rock whatever else you want to rock. Like I know a lot of people do the bow and arrow. I want to get another sniper, like a more powerful sniper. I think it's like there's the ACR or whatever, which is the regular assault rifle, and then there's like the ACL, which is the sniper version of that, semi-automatic sniper version. I have the base sniper rifle, and I want to get a better one because like in the game it's cool because you get like challenges, so like kill 10 people with melee, kill 10 people with a pistol, kill 10, and you just go through all these cycles of killing people. And then there's, on top of killing people with a sniper rifle, there's killing people from a distance of 150 yards or 150 meters or greater. And so I just need a more powerful sniper rifle for that, and I just haven't spent the money to get that. But as you complete those challenges, you get perk points. Also, as you complete missions, you get perk points. But if you're like, oh, I'm too shy of, the perk I want, I don't want to get knee deep into, I want to get that perk before I do this mission, you can check your challenge out and be like, oh, I only need like 3 more kills with a submachine gun, and just go out there with a submachine gun and find like cultists to kill and just kill them. So, but yeah, the game's fun. Map's big. I'm looking forward to polishing it off and finishing the platinum. I'm gonna nab the platinum. I know Jeff is trying to get through. He's got one last trophy in normal play. I have a bunch of them, obviously, because I'm not, I'm still playing through it. But we in our conversing together, there's like some trophies that I'm like, I need to do this while I'm playing. I need to do this. I need to do this and this, so that I don't have to go back like he has. Like there's a perk for like sneaking up on 25, or not a perk. There's a trophy for sneaking up on 25 people and killing them. And so I did that while I was, liberating bases and stuff. There's a trophy for hunting, and the eagle one. He's like, if you haven't gotten this prepper stash. So basically, you'll find in the game through talking to people that you liberate and help, like they'll tell you where prepper stashes are. Yeah. Prepper stash. And you can go and then you do a little mission to try and get into the prepper stash. Well, there's some on top of mountains, and they're like, if you haven't gotten this prepper stash yet, when you go there, just shoot all the eagles you could possibly shoot down, because they're like, as soon as you complete the prepper stash mission and leave, if you try and come back, the eagles despawn. Yeah. So there's a bunch of trophies that I have. I haven't gotten to that area yet. That's in Faith's area, so I won't get to that till like the third the last third of the game, because I'm gonna do all Jacob stuff. Like I'm just working in like zones. I'm not trying to do a little here, a little there. I'm just like, kill John, let's get Jacob, then we'll get Faith and figure out what the end of the game is. But also this is my first Far Cry game that I've actually played for this long, that I'm actually probably gonna complete too, and platinum. So I'm excited about that. Makes me kind of want to go back to Far Cry 5, possibly Far Cry 3. I don't know. We'll see. And the story has me somewhat excited for, what is it, New Dawn? So that's looking pretty interesting. I just wish Ubisoft would like make it so that progress carries across campaigns. Like if you're co-oping, their games are just so ridiculous in the fact that they don't carry across. Like Ghost Wildlands is going to be the same way when the 3 of us try and co-op that game. Like, we're just going to have to pick the least, the person that has to do the most stuff and play in their game for a while. And it's just aggravating. Like why, if I start out from scratch with my friends, or even join in, if they're starting out and I'm like 20 missions in, or whatever, he can join me. Like, whatever we do, why does the progress not carry over? It's just ridiculous. It's 2019. It's not freaking 1988 anymore. So
Yeah.
So I've been playing that. Black Ops 4. Shout out to Black Ops 4 for screwing up everything on me and putting out double XP from, I think they did it, like it was the whole weekend leading up to the 1st. So it was like the weekend, like the Friday after Christmas, it went live. They did double XP all the way up till Tuesday, till New Year's Day. So I just played the hell out of that to get experience, to get, to unlock weapons and perks for weapons, and a little bit of Bloodborne. No weapon upgrade run, which is, I think the video should still be out on my Twitch, so you can check that out. I had a good time. That is pretty much all I've played. I would be playing Binding of Isaac on my Switch, but okay, long story short, do not put your Switch into rest mode if you're playing Warframe. Shut Warframe down, then put it in rest mode. I think that's what caused my issue. So we thought we fixed it, and then I called them last week, and the lady on the other end of Nintendo was like, "Yeah." I told her, I was like, "I can't even turn it on." Like, I did the whole thing of like, they're like, like on their site, they give you some options to do to try and troubleshoot yourself, and then you can call them. To be honest, I hate that, because it's like, I just want to call you and talk to somebody and talk through it. You know what I mean? But anyways, I did as much as I could off their site. Couldn't get it to turn on. I unplugged the USB cable charger from the dock, plugged it directly into the Switch. Wouldn't charge, wouldn't turn on. Left it overnight, still wouldn't turn on anything. So I called them when I got home from work, and she was like, she's like, "We saw that you called in December, and since you're calling again now, and with the whole Warframe, possibly being an issue, she didn't confirm it. She just took note of it, because I was like, that I downloaded that game and was playing it and put it in rest mode, and I've had like issues ever since. But she said with those two factors, she's like, we'll fix your console for free. So all I had to do was take it to a UPS store and pay to package it up, and it was shipped off. So hopefully that gets resolved, so I can come back and I can play Binding of Isaac on my Switch.
Yeah, Binding of Isaac's really good on the Switch.
Love that game. I highly recommend it to anybody if you want a challenging, fun game. It's kind of like Dark Souls, or not Dark Souls, like a Dead Cells, in that it's like, I'm ready to go again. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you may not like you know what your perks are, but it's not like Dead Cells where it like causes them to spawn more in your world. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit different, but it's still like, yeah, I'll go again. I'm ready to go. Mm-hmm. I died. Oh, I'm ready to go. Oh, I learned this. I fought this person, so now I know what to expect when I fight them. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's if Spelunky is an analog to Super Mario Brothers, Binding of Isaac is an analog to Legend of Zelda. Yeah, it's really good. Pardon me. So I guess that's me now?
Yeah. What have you been playing, Matt? Anything good? I know what you were playing last night for a little bit.
A little, like all night.
You played it all night?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just coming out of Game of the Year. I've ingested a lot of Game of the Year content, and I usually try and make an attempt to pick those up to address things that I've not heard of, or that sounds interesting, or stuff I've heard of and missed. I picked up 2 mobile games that I missed out on. One was Florence, and one was Chuchel. Chuchel has a really great soundtrack, and it's on Spotify as, I think it's called Cherries on Air.
How do you spell the game's name?
Chuchel. The soundtrack is oddly hypnotic. You remember the Doozers from Fraggle Rock?
Mm-hmm.
How they just made noises. They didn't really talk or anything. It's like something like that made music, but it's not near as annoying as you think that is. They do a bunch of like homages to covers of songs. Like they do one called "Choo Choo Walk with Me," which is clearly a Twin Peaks reference. But yeah, the soundtrack is really good. Also, Florence. I heard about this from several places. Pretty notably, this one, Giant Bomb. I missed this early last year. It's from I feel like they're the publisher for this, Annapurna, is for me like Devolver Digital is for Moose. They put out a lot of really interesting things a lot of the time. Like they put out Ashen in 2018. They put out Donut County. they put out some good stuff. And Florence is a nice, tight 45-minute little mobile game about getting into a relationship and getting out of a relationship. Smart puzzles, and it actually uses puzzles to make heartbreak a mechanic. And yeah, it's something. I mean, for $3, it's definitely 45 minutes well spent. I think it's actually one of the better mobile games I've played in the last 4 or 5 years. Like honestly, I was thinking it was up there with like Lifeline and Her Story and things like that. Things that have, struck a chord with me. Also playing a lot of Onrush. I am really close to the platinum. I'm one race circuit away from finishing it. I got the Vomit Comet trophy last night.
Nice.
By accident.
That's the best way to get them.
Yeah, it's just all like
because I got to go and try and get it, but at least you
Well, I mean, like if you know it's there, you'll like, and there are a bunch of little challenges that challenge. You have to like do barrel rolls anyway, so you start trying to find ways to do barrel rolls in the environment. And like, there's this. I know on the guide that's online, they pick a specific spot. There's actually tons of them. You just have to kind of go. You kind of have to find them. I found one on one of the. There's this circuit called, I think it's called Star Power, and it's predominantly at night. And there's this one where there's like two little mountains that have a nice little half pipe in them. Well, I found if you go up that the right way at the right time, you at least do 3 barrel rolls. I did in like one of the slower vehicles. I happened to hit my rush, which speeds me up a little bit, and I went off that. I did 6 barrel rolls. So
nice. So I think you need 4 for the vomit. Right?
You only need 4 for the trophy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I think that's 4, 5, 6. Landed it, and then the trophy popped. So nice. So that was cool. So now the rest of that platinum is just racing, which is cool. Also been playing a lot of Time Spinner on the Vita. That game is really good. That game is like, as far as Metroid, God, last year was a motherfucking year for Metroidvania. This is by far, by a country goddamn mile, the easiest of the bunch. I think it's more labyrinthine in that it makes you wander a bit more distance to get to abilities to get to different areas. But it's the combat's really fun. The passive abilities are really good, and it's actually a very beautiful looking Super Nintendo game. But yeah, it is there. That developer makes no secret what game they are trying to show love for, and it is definitely a very good Symphony of the Night clone.
Did you play the Mummy Demastered?
I did not.
It's the same.
I want to play it.
It's the same way.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's Metroid in every way except for the guy you're playing. He's wearing a blue suit instead of the orange suit. Like,
oh yeah,
it's Metroid in every way. It's really good. Okay. It's by Way Forward, so I mean,
all right,
they do pretty solid work. But
yeah, Way Forward's really good. But
better than that, awful movie.
So if you, I mean, I've been playing it on Vita. I know that and PS4 have separate trophy lists. So if you want to get 2 platinums, you could.
Is it cross-buy?
I don't think so.
I think you might be right. It's not.
I might. I mean, I know that the developer has come out and said they can't fix the fact that it's not cross save, and they're sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, if it's separate trophy lists, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, like
because at least you're working to earn something.
Yeah, that game is if you want a palate cleanser from anything, I feel like that game would be good. There's the story in it is a little overwrought, and they're really trying to, you're definitely saving the world. Yay.
Do that in everything.
Yeah, but it doesn't get in the way in the manner that other under developed stories get, but it's fine. The gameplay in it is top notch. Also, played some board games. Played 2 specifically. One is this. Binding of Isaac 4 Souls. Game is fun. And the other game I played is it's called Dominion. It's not a collector card game, but it's a deck building game. Both of these games are basically different forms of Magic the Gathering. So I'll ask both of you this: have either of you played Magic the Gathering?
No.
Have either of you ever wanted to play Magic the Gathering?
No.
Okay. The closest thing I ever came to playing a card game was the Pokemon trading card game when I was like 10. Okay,
that's like Magic. That basically ripped off Magic when it came out. Moose, why haven't you wanted to play Magic? I'm actually just asking, and hopefully you answer in a way that leads me into where I'm going.
Just doesn't intrigue me.
Okay. All right.
Side note: Time Spinner. It is cross-buy.
It is. Oh,
they have it listed separately, but if you click on one, it'll tell you in the description on the PSN that you're entitled to the other.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Cool. Well, let me tell you why I don't want to play Magic the Gathering anymore. It's not because I played these 2 games. It's because I don't want to buy packs of cards in hopes that I will get something to build a deck with. I played Magic a lot in high school, and I spent a lot of money, and I would not want to go back into that. But I like the fact that both Binding of Isaac and Dominion are self-contained. So anything you need to play is there.
It's in the game.
It's bought. Like Dominion has tons of expansions that change the game, that change the landscape of the game, but you don't need any of those. Like you don't need to buy anything extra. And Dominion specifically uses randomization in a really cool way. And Binding of Isaac is, it's actually a pretty good analog to Binding of Isaac, the video game. When Reba and I played that, she almost beat me. I wasn't about to let that happen. Hopefully I can get her to play that again. She seemed like it was not her speed, but she always tends to, she'll at least, come with me on this journey. So at least I hope she will, because I don't want to force her. We did have a good time with Dominion, and we want to play more of that. So board games are cool. So and does anyone else have anything else to add to what we're playing? Because we've got a lot to cover and not a lot of time.
No.
Okay.
We'll save it for next week.
Do you want to cover that question in the chat?
What's the question? I don't know.
Deshaun is asking, this Anthem thing, do you think do you think it's going to be enough to warrant a whole channel? Also, I love The Division.
I personally think it doesn't have to be the best, but if they at bare minimum it hits the ground better than Destiny 2 did, I think it warrants its own channel.
Since Jesse and I started that channel, I've been watching a lot of gameplay and stuff of Anthem. and everything in Anthem makes Destiny look ancient.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
In terms of just the verticality of the world, where you can go, what you can do, even just design, like even the simple concept of designing your character and then your javelin is all cosmetic and you can change it at any time is like, because Moose, how long did it take you to create a character in Destiny?
Like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
It wasn't that long.
They spent a whole hour and 15-minute stream showing you all the customization options you could do to your character.
Nice.
And then they had a whole separate stream on like probably like an hour on everything you can do to your javelin. And then you can save those as loadouts. So where like, okay, I don't like this for this mission. I'm going to do this cosmetic for this mission.
Yeah, you want to blend in camo. Want to blend in the background a little bit.
It's so deep and so cool. And it's just like, and they have the classic N7 armor in there that you can wear.
Nice.
And they said there will be something Dragon Age related, but so I mean, I
would like to. That would be cool if they did, like, if your N7 armor was for your personal person, or do you not have armor on your person? Was the N7 was that the javelin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, they're gonna have a ton of special sets for the javelin armor that you can just equip, or you can create your own, which is
that's cool.
Yeah, and like the javelin, I don't want to spend too much time because we're gonna go over it on Javelins for Hire next week. But like everything on the outside of your javelin is cosmetic. The way you look, so like whatever armor pieces you pick up, there are separate armor pieces underneath your suit that you don't really see. And so your character can look however you want, and you can still have the perks that you want.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's really.
I think. Yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome I hope it does well, especially for the team because it's the team that did Mass Effect 2. So hopefully, I don't give a shit about EA, but hopefully it does well for the BioWare team.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I think they've got something. I hope they stick the landing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So from everything I've seen, it's doing it right. But you know, you're not really gonna know until you play it. So
yeah. Well, and also like I think Corey and Jesse have seen something that they are interested in devoting a lot of time to. Very much how Corey and Brian did their Division show back on DNA.
You mean Destiny?
Oh yeah, Destiny. Whoops, sorry.
It's okay, Matt.
Can you tell I just woke up and the coffee has not kicked in yet?
Well, chop, Matt.
But I think that, you know, the Nerds Gone Rogue kind of sees what they're interested in and will try and devote time to that.
And look, if it doesn't stick, like, you know,
or if you get bored of it, stop.
Yeah. So I mean, like, look, we try stuff all the time, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes we just, you know, it's
like that time Matt made Corey and Moose play a game. We've never played it again.
Yeah. So there's a whole B-side on there. You can just watch it. Mm-hmm. Matt thought it was going to be super challenging, and then it was
super easy. and Moose and Corey looked decidedly bored. So I'm like, all right, we're not doing this.
I wasn't going there, but
no, the images have burned into my retinas. But no, like I like the fact that you and Jesse tried this, and I hope it pans out. And the more I see and hear of Anthem, the more I'm interested. So, and I've been the last person to adapt to the whole games as a service thing. So we'll see. Lee Navarro, how are you, sir? He's in the chat.
Wow.
Say hi. Timely appearance, Lee.
That guy.
So let's get to questions, shall we? We've got a lot,
I guess.
So so we have to start with Samantha Cross. We were unable to get to her question on the last show that we recorded, so we're doing it here. How do you think your show has evolved over the years? I mean, I know you guys get listener questions, but how did you guys land on the structure you have now? And where has 20 questions been? Art.
Well, 20 questions has kind of been put on hiatus because we always get listener questions and they always take up the whole show.
Yeah,
well, it's not only that, but we also have a shorter time frame now that Matt is working the night shift.
We have a hard note now. So
we have a hard time where we have to finish, whereas before we could be like,
we could be like, it's 10:30.
Yeah,
going.
Yeah.
It's
like,
1 a.m. Keep going.
No, 1 a.m. Moose is passing out, and that's it. But
it's 1 a.m.
Never stop, Matt.
Wake Matt up so we can finish this E3 show.
That's where
check out episode 0 of Nerds Gone Rogue launch party where Matt took a nap in the middle of the episode.
I was so excited I slept. It was great.
That's where 20 questions is gone. I hope it comes back.
It
Let's see
will.
if it comes back.
We're not done with it. We're not. Yeah. So, like things have changed and we've had to adapt. Hopefully they change again.
I personally feel like it might be something. Fuck it, we can just talk about it here. Where it might have to be where we just do what we're playing, try and trim the fat on what we're playing, and then the topic of the show is just 20 questions. And then if we have time, do like a question or two from the listeners, or just shoot the shit for a while.
Yeah.
Like if we're gonna try and focus on 20 questions, it needs to be like, like we have to chop out a chunk for it and be really focused in getting to it. Because I mean, I don't mind our format where we're just like, we're going to talk about whatever forever and get sidetracked and whatnot. But if we're going to try and add that back in with your hard sign off, like we've got to be a little bit more scheduled.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
And that's something I don't like to do personally.
Right. Right.
Because I love conversation, and if you say your piece and you're done, then there's no nuance, and it leaves a lot of points misunderstood a lot of the time.
Maybe it's something we can adapt to being like once a month or every other week, depending on news and stuff. Just kind of we want to bring it back. I want to bring it back at least because it's fun. Like since we've trimmed it up and nailed down some rules, it's been a lot more fun, I think.
Moose brings order to 20 questions.
Yes. He streamlined it. He made 20 questions good. We have to give him that.
I was like, this is taking. I gotta go to bed. I was like, I gotta go to sleep. I'm working 12, 14-hour days, and I'm like, I gotta get up tomorrow.
Like he's like, look, motherfuckers, here's how we're doing this. This long question. Every 5, you get a 2-minute break. At the end, 5 minutes, and you need a guest. Otherwise, it's over. I'm like, exactly. And then the funny thing is, he said it like he had just angrily come up with a plan, but it was so sound, it's so perfect.
It's probably the best thing I'll ever do in my entire life. Is streamlining. It's streamlining 20 questions on Nerds Gone Rogue.
That and taking platinum in number 1. But yeah, so Samantha, 20 questions isn't done. We love it. We miss it, but we've had to adapt to outside situations because we all got to pay bills. How we land the structure we have now, I appreciate that you call it a structure.
There's no structure here.
We just sort of, we started this and we kind of had a plan, and then we realized, oh, wait a minute, it's more fun to just talk. And as long as we sort of stay where we're at, stay where we're at, meaning like we sort of stay within video games and maybe bring in outside things just to sort of apply. It works. And yeah, I mean, we're adults. We can have adult conversation. Well, we can have.
We're not adults.
Yeah, I just gave us way too much credit. We can have. Man, I want to say like intelligent conversations, but really,
Could you stop digging a hole for us?
We can talk as friends together.
There we go.
Within the confines of a subject and bring outside things in, and we sort of like doing that. That's why we do this.
It's fun to just sit here and talk about games, what we're playing, craziness that's going on.
Yeah.
And have a good time.
Yeah.
So,
I've been doing as I've been fixing the website, I've gone back and kind of changed some things on the site, and I was looking at old episodes of this show. I'm like, man, there was a time.
There was a time.
There was a time, and like, I don't know. I feel like it's better in a lot of ways now, where, I mean, not to disparage our old episodes. We were learning, right?
We were figuring each other
sort of. But, I think we have a structure that works, and I think adding Moose actually added a lot to the show too. We don't really need, I think, because the conversation is there, we don't really need quote unquote topics of the show. And the fact that, we have so many listeners tweet at us or email us or whatever, or leave messages in the Facebook group or whatever to talk about things makes our job easier, to be honest with you.
It does, but also we all pay attention to whatever abilities we do, and we bring things we want to talk to, we want to speak to.
Like we'll talk about topical stuff like news or what's coming up. Like, I mean, I'm sure probably sometime this year we'll talk about the next console generation, because that's, approaching pretty quickly. So I mean, we'll hit topics that are timely to like video games and whatnot, but it's also nice to just sit in here and chat and talk about like what we've been playing, and maybe that sparks something. Like talking about Nintendo being okay. First of all, being real shitty with their like online service,
but then being really awesome customer service.
Really awesome on their customer service side. So it's like I didn't say anything to the lady on the line, because I'm like, you're just customers. I mean, not just customer service. She was a great customer service associate, but like that's all she handles. So like if I tell her like your Nintendo online service, like you guys have got to make some progress, like leaps and bounds, because like you guys like.
I'm sorry. I just imagine Moose opening up
like fucking
PA on the phone. Listen, lady.
like PS4 and Xbox One and PCs are like in the cell phone age, and like Nintendo's in the ham radio age. Like if you really like almost Morse code. Like if you really like, as far as
that's such a good analog.
I mean,
that's
like.
It's because like in ham radio, you have to register your call sign and everything.
Oh my god!
Like you have to, and that's why Nintendo does friend codes, because they know ham radio.
Anyways, all right, we're getting a little sidetracked.
Little bit.
I mean, we're answering her question.
Yes. But, okay, yeah. So Samantha, I feel like somewhere in there you gotta. We threw some answers at you. If you're not happy,
let us know.
Let us know. And also, thank you for writing in. Happy New Year.
Yes.
Yeah, I do want to say one more thing before we move on. And like this is going to sound bad, but it's not. I promise you, it's not. So, but adding Moose, has kind of, how do I put this? It's kind of allowed me to take like a little bit of a backseat,
okay.
In terms of like I can just kind of work on things on the side or produce something, because like I think Matt, yours and Moose's conversations come more natural, that because you guys are into more of the same things and more of the same games, right? And like sometimes when I bring up something like Xbox or whatever, something else related, like it's hard for you guys to contribute to that conversation because I play different things. So like sometimes when you guys are more into the same things, and so it brings it better, like it makes the show better, to be honest with you, and it kind of allows me to take a little bit of a backseat and work on other things, and do more, I guess, in terms of what Nerds Gone Rogue is and whatever, so yeah, I think we're contributing our whole form factor of the show to Moose now. So
nerds
Gone Moose.
Here's the other thing. Like,
You're welcome.
You know, out of the three of us, you do the most on the back end.
Yes.
Like the editing, making sure the web page is right, the graphics, the sounds, like all of that. So it's like
that's not a backseat at all.
Well, no. I'm not.
No, I'm not. That's not for you. That's not for you, Moose. That's for him.
I'm just no. I know, but I'm not trying to say he's
no. I'm not.
I'm just saying it allows him to take a backseat actually on the show, talk what he wants to. We include him as much as we can, but if he just wants to be on the show, have a good time, chat with us, and let us converse while he's like over there, like, oh, this is the next thing I got to do when I put it up. This is what I'm editing. Like he can do that and still be part of the show. And it takes a little pressure off of him, and he's not like coming on the show and be like, God, now I gotta like talk about something. What am I gonna talk about? And he's got like 1,000 other things that he needs to do. Like he can just come in and sit down and be like, hey, what's going on, guys? So
yeah, and that's kind of like where I've been like, I literally haven't played anything in the last week because I've been working on the website so much and working on these anthem notes and whatever for the new channel and whatever. And it's like, oh wait, we haven't recorded in like 3 weeks, so I've actually played a lot since we recorded.
It was kind of nice taking a break. Like it was really nice taking the break from Nerds Gone Platinum. Like we were like, ooh.
And Matt, your community episodes were really good. I would like to do that more,
Me too.
Like, we've been, I know we need to move on to the next question. I'm sorry. But like that B-sides whole concept of that, we've kind of struggled to find something to fit in that slot. Right. And I actually think having some sort of community style thing,
interaction,
or, like what I told you in our chat, Matt, I put all the interviews, all the spoiler casts, all the movie commentaries in the B-sides feed on iTunes, right? Because I think it also appears on the normal feeds whatever show recorded them. But I think that's a good way to kind of narrow that down. And after listening to those community episodes, I'm like, man, I kind of want more of this too.
Yeah.
So
like that's why I'll always, I'll hit up anybody I can to just say, hey, you want to be on a show? Want to talk? Because we're just three dudes. That's all we are. And like I love that Platinum has had like Kayla and Carrie Honea from PlayStation Lifestyle and the other guests that I'm foggy on at this point.
Richie Two T's.
Richie Two. Oh, that was a good episode, by the way.
Yeah,
Richie
talking about streaming. We're gonna have him back, and we're gonna try and run a contest because I want to have him on with some other guests talking about like the next step of streaming. Because like the one we did was like streaming 101, like how to stream from your PS4 and stuff, and then like the next one would be like how do you like as you grow. What are your next programs you're looking at? PC, like what do you want to get moving on? That stuff. So have him on and have some other streamers on. But anyways,
cool. But like I'd love to have just a like I like doing that. Like I originally wanted to do that with Platinum Achievements, and I actually set out and did that. I interviewed like 15 people for Game of the Year 2015. Edited the episodes to the best of my ability, and they never got published. And I always felt bad about that. So, especially come like Game of the Year time, I would love to hear. I would love to spotlight individuals in the community by putting their top 10 list on the website. Have them talk about their games. Have a show where they come on and just like, hey, we're just going to talk about the year in games. Or some things go down. You have something you want to say. Reach out. We'll talk. Because we're just three dudes, and the fact that people are interested in us, we're interested in that. We are interested right back because a rising tide raises all boats, and if we can all find a way to contribute to make something better, bring it on. Now, speaking of listeners giving topics of the show, Deshaun Malone.
Yeah.
He says,
all right, this one's gonna have to be rapid fire.
Yeah, this
Because this is a long one.
This
We don't even need to give explanations. Let's just do it. And if you have a question about somebody, save it because
Yeah.
So Deshaun, I have a little game for you. Sort of. This game ain't little, Deshaun. I have
goddamn lie.
What the text says, I have one top 5 things for y'all to do list. List your top 5s of all time in each category. Top 5 music groups or artists, movies, food items, favorite game systems, or favorite games this generation. Now, I don't expect any of y'all to be like me. That's right. It's my album of the year this year.
I think you're going to be surprised, Matt.
But like
Canada.
But like I have a lot of these already. Like food items, I was confused by, but we'll get there. So I'm going to start. My 5 music artists are The Clash, Beastie Boys, Sly and the Family Stone, Velvet Underground, and David Bowie.
I couldn't decide on 5, Matt.
He doesn't listen to music.
I do. I have 8 listed here.
Well, my 5 always changes, so
yeah, my 5 don't. Well, they are interchangeable, I guess. So I actually narrowed it down to 6 because I couldn't decide. I couldn't cut one. So Bare Naked Ladies, Beastie Boys, Justin Timberlake, Queen, Michael Jackson, and Eminem.
Nice. Moose.
Nice. I'm gonna go with Metallica, Led Zeppelin, Ghost BC, Sleigh Bells, and Black Pistol Fire.
Wow.
With those glasses and that hat and that beard, how did I know Metallica was going to be the
first? Okay, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to
would tell you that I have a Metallica tattoo.
No, I
made
would
you
not.
laugh even other.
Well, he told us that in the Video Game Tattoos B-sides with Josh Brandt.
Josh Brandt.
Top 5 movies for me: Raging Bull.
Jesus Christ.
8.5. Godfather. Ikiru by Akira Kurosawa. And Fantasia.
Ooh.
Yes, the Disney one.
Is there another one?
I'm just making sure.
Oh, okay. Top 5 movies. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1990 film, not the 2014 one. Couldn't think of anything nice to say. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Toy Story.
We must go to Berlin.
We must go to Berlin. I wrote it in my diary, so I wouldn't have to remember.
Hurry up, Corey.
Toy Story, Casino Royale, and you know what? I actually put the first Deadpool movie on here because I really enjoyed that film. If that's what you want to call it, the film.
We're gonna call anybody wrong. It'll be that.
I'll call you wrong.
Listen, these are just it's tough to like come up with a top 5 list because I like a lot of movies. So these are just whatever. So Snatch, The Good, the Bad, and the Keel, Fight Club, 7, and True Lies.
What?
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The Good, the Bad, and the Keel.
Interesting.
That
Favorite food items. Okay, so I'm just doing favorite like meals, I guess.
Like just like what you like to eat is food. So
okay.
That's what I took it as. He didn't specify sides, so I just went with food items. Yeah.
Number 1, burritos. Number 2, pizza. Number 3, tacos. Number 4, matzo ball soup. Number 5, Reuben.
Very nice. I like that. That's a strong list.
That is a strong list.
And sadly, Moose, number 6 is burger.
That's okay. Hey, it's
All
in
right.
the top 10. If there was a top 10.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. My top 5 burritos.
Yeah.
Pepperoni pizza. Breakfast food.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a generalization.
Breakfast
That's
burrito.
good, man. Oh,
chicken. I'm a big fan of chicken.
Okay.
Chicken's
It's a good source of protein. It's a good source of protein.
And Chick-fil-A's waffle fries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, lattice
Those
cut
are good.
fries. Lattice cut fries are great.
Especially if you get some of that Polynesian sauce to dip them in. That's good.
No,
Moose.
I can't do that.
I can do whatever the fuck I want.
No, Moose. Food
Everything I see is
Do it.
blue reflective. Wow.
Number 1, burgers. Number 2, French fries. Number 3, pizza.
Burgers.
Number 4, burritos. And number 5, who has snuck its way onto the top 5, brisket. Holy shit, brisket is delicious. God, the sandwiches here at the Smoke Pit, the local barbecue place, are freaking phenomenal. And then they take brisket and also put it on a full loaded out baked potato, which is tremendously delicious. So anyways, yeah, brisket, yeah, those are my top 5.
Yeah, brisket's really. I had it at a Hanukkah gathering, and I was like, I've never had this.
Oh, it's so good.
God.
So good.
I don't think I've
That's all
ever had it either,
Well,
to be honest with you.
your wife is Jewish, correct? Next time there's a Jewish holiday, see if they'll make some brisket, and then have some matzo ball soup with it. It's really good.
What's nice is the place I go to get it here, like they trim all the fat off before they put it on your sandwich. So like it's just like, oh, it's just so I have that this weekend. But anyways.
Top 5 favorite game systems. Okay. So my number 1 is probably the SNES. 2 is the NES. 3, I'll say PS4. 4, GameCube.
Ooh.
5, you know what? 5 is going to be like, it's going to be a tie, Switch and Vita. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that's without much thought, without really any analytical details put in. That's just off the cuff.
Okay. I like it.
Nice.
I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing there, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I like what you're doing.
I can pick up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
I did that list the way Moose does every list.
Nice. All right. Well, my list is as follows: Switch, great console; GameCube, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and then in 5th place, there's a tie between Nintendo 64 and the Wii U.
Okay.
All right.
I'll allow it.
Moose.
You know what? The Wii U has all my favorite Zelda games on it. It's got my favorite 3D Mario game on it. It's got my favorite Pikmin game on it. It's got Assassin's Creed 4 on it. It's got
the best Mass Effect on it.
It does. Mass Effect 3. It's on there. It's the best way to play it too.
It's not the best Mass Effect.
Sure, man. It is the best Mass Effect.
It's not.
Shut your dirty whore mouth.
Keep us
Just
rolling.
don't.
Keep us rolling.
Number 1, Nintendo Entertainment System. Number 2, PlayStation 4. Number 3, PlayStation. Number 4, N64. And number 5, Genesis.
I thought one of your systems was just going to be Bloodborne.
All right, top 5 favorite games.
I don't understand. My PS4 only reads this one disc. They call it my Bloodborne machine.
So I feel like we could do we want to go just they have to be exclusive to this generation, or like, because I feel like
just accessible this generation.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if they were out last gen and now they're this gen, it's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so favorite games this generation. Now none of my lists, like only a few of my lists are actually ranked from top to bottom as I'm listening to them. These are just
none of mine are.
So favorite games this generation, Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 is a tie. Helldivers, Horizon Zero Dawn, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and
Rocket League. Nice. My list is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn, Assassin's Creed Origins, God of War, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
What was that Assassin's Creed?
Origins.
Origins. Oh, okay. It's not Oranges.
No.
Okay.
That'd be cool though. If it was just a game about you traveling the world throwing oranges at people.
I mean, that's basically Hitman 2, right?
And then you just drown them in a pitcher of orange juice every time.
Yeah, Hitman 2. Great.
Nice.
Yeah, I have to think about that list because I feel like leaving Hitman off is a bad idea.
There's too many good games this gen, by the way.
Moose.
Bloodborne, and
Dark Souls Remastered.
No, Dark Souls 3 would be Dark Souls
What the
Remastered.
5 greatest rappers ever? Die.
So I would have to say, in all honesty, Bloodborne's number 1, Helldivers, Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Breath of the Wild.
Good list. Now, Corey, Deshaun added to this, right?
Oh, geez. Yeah.
What did he add to this?
Oh, boy. I'm not sure. Hold on a second. Let me grab my phone.
Okay.
It's on Twitter, but...
All right.
You know you can access Twitter through your computer.
Yeah.
I mean...
There's a problem with kids these days, Moose. They rely so much on their phone.
I know. The big wide web is right in front of you.
In front of you.
Right in front of you.
Open up another window.
Let me go get my phone. Open that fangled Twitter app.
Who uses Twitter anymore? Jeez.
I just like the fact that you forgot you can access Twitter on the computer.
No, because I have to get my phone anyway because it's got a 2-step
verification.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes, I did realize that, but mentions, I guess. Is this where this would be?
Yes.
Probably.
Man, Twitter's hard. Does anyone have any questions? Let's see here. Where's the replies? I don't understand. Why can't I read the replies? There it is. Okay. Deshaun asks, I want to add to the question I already emailed y'all. 2 gaming and non-gaming related New Year's resolutions. God, 2? Really?
Deshaun, that's like, this has been like 10 questions in one.
This is Nerds Gone Malone.
2 non-gaming and 2 gaming.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go first. 2 non-gaming, lose weight, and number 1, and number 2, work out more, like cardio,
Isn't that the same thing?
I mean, kind of is, but it's fine.
All right, so let's do working out and then drinking less beer. So
right.
there's
Isn't
those
that
2.
the same thing?
No, because
well, if you're working out, you're not drinking less beer because drinking the beer, it's like a curl.
it is like a curl, especially if you're drinking them 74-ounce mugs. Anyways,
Get the boots filled
gaming is to. I know I already stated to stay away from Bloodborne, but it's to try and complete more games and try and stick. So one of them is to stick with games a little bit longer to see if I enjoy them before I completely throw them to the curb. And number 1 and number 2 is spending way less money this year and trying to tackle more of the backlog. So buying less games. Like I know Matt and I have already our list is pretty short for what we want to buy this year, but there's a chance that that's going to blow up like crazy, So with indies coming out this year, who knows what's coming out? Really, to be honest, who knows what else is coming out AAA? So our list is pretty short right now. I think we're within 10 games for the year, I think. So
yeah.
I mean, my gaming resolution is to buy way less games on day 1 than I did last year. Like I think I ended up I think with the amount of purchases I actually made, I ended up purchasing almost 50 games, and a lot of those were day one, and I shouldn't have done that because I ended up not playing a lot of those when I bought them. I ended up playing them way later. So I am going to focus on buying more things on sale than not. Like there will be those AAA games that I do hop on for day one. I mean, From Software is putting out a game this year.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Well, I think I agree with you. Sale, like stuff on sale, buying less and buying more stuff on sale. You know.
And also the other gaming resolution is I want to actually learn more about game design as a concept. And I think that's sort of why I've been super interested in board games for the past couple of years. Because that's really that's really trying to get into the concept of designing a game. And I like thinking about that stuff. So I would like to learn more about that. No, I don't plan on designing a game anytime soon, but learning's cool.
I don't know if you've been watching Kenny stream.
Oh yeah, I have. I've watched his. I try and comment when I can, but most of the time I'm just lurking.
Yeah.
Watching him 3D render is fun.
Yeah.
Also, non-gaming. Like I want to get back to yoga. Or I'm going to throw yoga and gym into the same thing because I'd like to do one or the other.
You gonna do hot yoga?
No, because I'm not an asshole.
Too bad. I'd watch.
Maybe, but
stream that.
I try
stream that. There'd be a lot of people sliding into those DMs.
I tried yoga a lot with the partner early on in our relationship, and I really liked it. And
he wants to go back.
I want to go. I want to go back. It was actually very mentally relaxing in a way that I need more of.
I think it's just because his partner called out that he's not as limber as he used to be.
She said yes, and we're getting married. So.
Yeah.
That's like I won. I don't know what you want.
Signed up.
That's like what else? What else? I'm good.
There's still time for her to rethink her decision on the matter. Corey, gaming and non-gaming for you.
Well, I want to lose weight. I haven't really been the best at. For a while I was doing okay. I was doing pretty good, and then I kind of lost my ways with the baby and kind of just started munching on everything because, not gonna lie, driving all day is kind of boring, and food
it is
not. Eating delicious treats is not boring. But I want to lose. I think my goal is 50 pounds.
Nice.
I would like to lose 50 pounds. That's one. Also, I would like to go to the gym more. I know that's a cop-out answer, but I would like to.
I think
since I have a membership to a gym and there's two of them within like 5 minutes of A, where I work, and B, where I live. So,
so you're paying the fat tax like I am.
Yeah,
like you're paying for a gym but not going. Like right now, yeah.
Yeah. Gaming resolutions. I would like to play more of less. I did okay the first half of the year last year, but then the second half I just kind of played whatever I could get my hands on for a little bit just to make sure we had a decent discussion for game of the year, and I kind of fell short, but it was 2018 was a weird year. I'm not gonna lie. So that, and then man, I don't know. I guess buy less, but I didn't really buy that many games last year to begin with. So, I mean,
going back to
I want to.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say I want to kind of like the games I do buy. I want to kind of stick with, like Anthem and The Division. For the first half of the year, besides Nintendo stuff that I need to cover for PAL Block. Like that's kind of it, for the first half.
Yeah.
I'm dabbling in and out of Kingdom Hearts because I'm a sucker, but I'm trying. I'm trying real hard not to get suckered into buying that. So
buy it in the holiday season when they actually get all the when they do all the patches.
Yeah, I mean that's probably what I'll do, just because it'll probably be cheaper by then. Whatever DLC they decide to put out will be out by then, and I'll just be able to sit and play it. Plus, there's so much I need to catch up on. Like I know what's going on anyway, but that game, man, so much.
That game.
Thanks to Xbox Game Pass, I don't have to buy games anymore. So
it's nice.
I want to try Crackdown 3, but there's no way I'd be spending $60 on that game. You know what I mean?
Fucking Phillips.
I think you'd be fucking insane to.
Matt just came out on stream. I congratulate you, sir. I said, what? He said, didn't he say he was going to hot yoga? No, I did not say I was going to hot yoga. I said I wasn't going to do hot yoga.
I said Matt doing yoga was hot.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And he should stream it.
Okay.
No cleavage, Matt. No cleavage. You'll get booted.
Well, you can have cleavage. You just can't have nipples.
I just have to X over my nipples.
Right.
So next up is Kyle Rodenbacher. I hope I'm saying that. I hope I'm saying that correctly.
Isn't there an R on there, Kyler? No, never mind. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there is Kyler. Whoops, my bad.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay. No, there is.
Okay.
It's bad for me.
No.
Happy holidays! All just writing in to see what you all did. What was your favorite gift you got this year? I only really got one gift, and it's the couch that my partner and I went on for our guest room.
Nice.
Because we're adults, we buy our own shit.
Is your guest room considered the room where you game?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Nice. Cool.
We've got a nice, comfortable sleeper sofa down there.
Just trying to imagine the room. Does it really pull the room together?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a nice little end table?
We have
goes with it.
Actually.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, there's got to be one for each side of the couch.
Fancy.
One for each end.
Yeah.
We don't have any end tables. How do you feel about that?
I mean,
that's your own fault.
Minimalism's all you do. That's fine.
We don't have any room.
No, they don't have time to sit down on the couch and watch TV. They've got a kid.
No, that's all we do.
Other than that, didn't really do much. I worked, and when I could, I hung out. It was actually a pretty breezy holiday season this year. I want more of that.
Nice.
Gentlemen, you guys?
Well, we went to my mom's for Christmas and it was fun. It was a good time. My favorite gift I got? I don't know. My mom got me some Switch games and Sana bought me a shirt with the Haunted Mansion blueprint of the carts from Disney World. She bought me a shirt with the blueprints of the carts on it, so that was pretty cool.
Nice.
I got a really comfortable hoodie, so
that's winning right there.
Yeah.
Comfortable hoodies are amazing.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
Moose?
So Christmas Eve went up to Kelly's family, had that with them, watched the kids open presents. I had to go up at the crack of dawn to be there by the crack of dawn. And then Christmas Day, spent it at my family's. Got some good presents. Favorite presents, I'm talking to you through one of them. I got a new mic, so that's pretty cool from my parents. And then I also got, three. I got earplugs they're like from a company called Eargasm, and they actually they do a good job of blocking decibels but not distorting the sound. So like they're better than just regular normal headphones. So I'm looking forward to trying those at concerts and the firing range. And then my sister-in-law got me a shirt. It's a picture of a moose with the beer can hat on, and the hat says "Life's too short to drink cheap beer." And so I love that shirt.
Wow, that's you encapsulated.
Yeah.
T-shirt.
It is. And so like getting that leads into my wanting to lose weight and stuff because I don't fit into it. And then the size shirt that it is, I'm like, yeah, we're not getting any bigger, buddy. Like we got to downgrade. So downsize. So it's time to hit the gym. The problem with like Mondays and Tuesdays is I podcast. So it's like I usually have to go Wednesday through Sunday to work out. So.
All right.
Anyways.
Next up, Ashley Davidson. Hey, guys. I have a few questions for you. Have you guys ever thought about adding more members to the group to keep up with everything? Is there something you wish you could accomplish but really can't right now? Where do I buy a Meme Moose shirt and Banana and Out shirts? Well, yes, we're always looking to add to this wonderful collection of people.
We can probably get rid of some of them too. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know.
I mean, shit, I'll leave. It's all good.
I think he's talking about me.
Oh.
you contribute.
Well, you contribute too.
I wrote 3 things this year.
You write stuff. I don't write anything. I just come and show up and record. So
you're a host on the #1 show on the network. I like how Moose and I are like trying to say like, no, you're staying. No, you're staying.
Something tells me people really want to leave.
I was gonna say like we're fighting each other to leave. No,
but yeah, like I love to add more people. I don't know. See, the problem with that is I feel like if we bring more folks on, like I still feel like Nerds Gone Rogue at its core is at its optimal with 3 people. Like we'll have guests every so often, so there's more than 3. But I feel like this show is pretty good with 3. You know, Platinum the same way. You guys there's like enough space for all of us to sort of stretch and do our thing.
I think 3 is like the perfect number of people for our shows. And
if a 4th were to come on as a permanent thing, it'd have to be the right 4th.
Yeah, it wouldn't be just like some rando. Like we would have to be it'd have to be someone we all know.
It doesn't even matter. Like we could have a guest on next week's show that ultimately becomes the 4th. But
that's true.
The hurdles that entails are going to be different for all of us. But if we all felt that they met it, like I don't really see why we would avoid getting a 4th.
Yeah. Well, like that, plus, like, you know, to go back to the first question, when I was saying, like, me kind of taking, like, a backseat producing approach almost. If there was a 4th person, that would be, like, where, you know, how Giant Bomb kind of goes with everybody, and then they have their producers, like Jason and Jan and Abby, you know, like, that kind of approach and kind of just talks when they need to or want to, you know. And then, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, that would be kind of more interesting to me. And if we did bring a 4th on, but
yeah. But speaking of adding to the group, in the chat, Lee Navarro approached us this weekend about writing for Nerds Gone Rogue.
Ooh, very nice.
And so we were more than happy to grant him that. So look to ngrradio.com for whatever Lee might decide to put up on there. I mean, I know he's gonna be, you know, he's gonna be in his ivory tower on his ivory keyboard.
He's gonna throw his papers down in forms of paper airplanes.
Yeah, he's gonna throw paper airplanes at the website, and they'll just show up because he's in the PC Master Race.
Peasants.
Dollops of wisdom from above.
Oh, nice. Deshaun got a new 4K TV.
Congratulations, Deshaun.
Nice.
Must be nice, Deshaun.
As for Meme Moose and Banana and Out shirts, Redbubble, I believe, was a store we had for a while. Is it still there?
Nah, it's there, but the quality of those shirts are bad. I would not recommend going there. I've been looking at other options the last like week or two, just to, I mean, Vistaprint is probably like the best option, but they don't have like a setup to where you can just set up a store and have people buy them from there.
Okay.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
All right.
I'm figuring it out.
Watch this space.
So ask that question in 6 months, and maybe the answer will change.
Anybody else have anything to add?
Nah.
Sam Hall writes in, Matt and Moose, have you ever thought about doing a beer and burger review show? I started following you on the gram and would love for you guys to sit, eat, drink, and review. Like a 5-minute video of that right here on Nerds Gone Rogue. Do it! And it should end with a moose belch and a you're welcome afterwards.
Interesting.
I mean, he's done a lot of work there for us, Moose.
Yeah.
Sounds like we got a new host, guys. See you later.
Corey's like, thank you so much. I'm gone. See, I'm not opposed to doing a beer and burger review show. The times at which I can drink are different than the times at which Moose can drink.
Unless we did it on the weekend.
Yeah, which is Saturdays.
Slim to none because you're with your lady.
Yeah, I have a relationship to maintain that I actually enjoy.
Yeah, I love the thought of that show. That'd be
fun.
Awesome.
That'd be
to
fun.
do like a burger review, or do like a like a beer review, or maybe not. I don't even know if I'd want to review. Just talk about a beer.
I mean, like I genuinely missed my time on the brew review talking about beer with those guys. That was so much fun.
Right.
So unfortunately, like just I don't have time in my schedule at the moment.
Yeah, it might be a while before your schedule gets to change. Like day shift somewhere or something or whatever, and So I mean, what I think we should do is try and fine tune what we've already got going on.
Moose drinks all day, so his schedule is wide open.
I wish I could drink at work.
God
sometimes we can.
God
sometimes
bless you,
we
Matt
can.
Phillips.
I mean,
Bravo,
sometimes we do drink at work. Yeah. So I mean, that's a really great idea. And I might actually plant the seed back here, and we'll see what grows. Sam.
I feel like that would end up devolving into Moose and I drinking.
Well, I think the problem needs to be like what we need to do is it needs to be like a 6-ounce pour of beer. So it's enough that we can enjoy it, but we're not sitting there getting like blasted while we're trying to like review a burger.
Have you ever gone to Weyerbacher and gotten a flight?
Yes, I have. But like
those pours are this big, but it's like you're drinking a shot. It's
like it could be.
All of their beers are 8% and up.
See, like I feel like our production value could be like, we got pictures of us, like a camera on us and a camera on the burger we're eating, and just sit here and just eat and drink while we're chatting with each other and be like, man, this macaroni and cheese on this burger is freaking awesome.
But like also I feel like that would end up
Matt's the best. What do you think of that burger, Moose? I remember this one time in Bloodborne.
Man, that was a Mikolash of a burger. Am I right?
That's right.
No, like I feel like that would devolve into us drinking and him talking about a burger and me talking about music, and neither of us willing to go half.
Actually, that'd be a damn good show.
It's like, no, I think. I'd be like, Moose, Robin's album's really good from this year. Yeah, no, Black Pistol Fire, but Robin's really good. Nope, not doing it. But you like ABBA? I'm not doing it. No. Again, I would love to do other things, and while the idea is fantastic, and it's clear that Moose and I are both on board. Time keeps on slipping, and we have schedules. So maybe one day, Sam, and I will. We will definitely keep that. We'll keep that in a locker. You have my guarantee on that. Casey McHale. She writes in, or he. I don't know if that's a he or a she.
I think it would be a she, because usually Casey, that's male, is spelled C-A.
Okay.
C-A-S.
I really just want to say thanks for your podcast. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but there are a few that I need to listen to every week. As someone who's been going through some personal things the last few months, Nerds Gone Rogue, Platinum, and Power Block have gotten me through a lot. I really appreciate how genuine and fun you all are, and it brings me joy and laughter, even in the toughest of times. You really don't know the positive impact you have on people. Love you all, and Happy New Year.
I think Phillips brings up a great point, but first I'm going to say I'm sorry that you're going through a lot. Life has ups and downs, and I'm sorry for your downs. I'm glad that we're here to provide some entertainment for you, make your days a little bit happier. I hope it gets better for you. We're going to keep doing what we're doing, and I'm glad we can make you laugh in your toughest times. But Captain Canada is in the chat saying, is that Casey, like, at the bat, or Casey and the Sunshine Band? That's a good. I mean,
two dudes.
But I thought Casey and the Sunshine Band was K.
Yeah, but that's just K and C.
I know.
His name could just be Kyle Christopher, and they call him, "Hey, Casey."
But yeah, I know I had some downs towards the last end of this past year, just trying to figure out if I had a job or whatever. But it's life's gonna go on. The only thing you can do is try and, like, I have a wonderful wife, so I got someone to get in the foxhole with, when times get tough, and we got to go to war. But it'll get better. There's always a silver lining. There's always a new dawn, and sometimes even things that are, like they always say, when one door closes, another one opens. So if it's opportunities being tough, that one might not be right for you, and the better one will come along.
I echo all of that, and it's one of those things. Like I think Casey has written in a couple of times like this, and I've always done this just to, like, hang out with my friends, and I didn't really think that we could have a positive impact, and I am definitely humbled that we do, because especially past couple of years, just the world has been kind of on fire, and I'm glad that we brought a little sun into your day, and I hope we can continue to do that. If you're going through something tough, just don't give up. Don't give up. I've had my bouts with some very seriously dark thoughts, and I know how I've gotten through that, and I know that me just saying, well, this is what I did, doesn't help anybody, because we're all different. We all have to survive how we can. But the one answer I always had for myself is just don't give up. If you need help, ask. And no matter how alone you think you are, you're not. And by all means, reach out anytime you want. And thank you for the kind words. That means a ton. And I hope we continue to do that, because I would much rather make people laugh and bring positivity than create anger.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's Moose and I fighting, then fuck that guy. Corey,
I mean, it's
quiet.
I've just been thinking about this because, like, you know, we do this every week because we like to do it, and like the fact that somebody takes, like, not only the fact that anybody enjoys listening to us is like, I don't know, I don't even know what to call it. I listen
to every one of our shows to be critical of myself, and I find it grating. So,
but the fact that you know, our shows, and not even just this show, but our other shows, just bring people happiness and laughter, and you know, if this helps them through something, like, that's just, I don't know, that email kind of took me a little bit by, like, surprise, I guess, to be honest with you, and to you know, like you said, it's kind of humbling, and I don't ever want anybody to feel like they aren't there aren't people there for them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that we can be there for someone for like an hour and a half to 2 hours every Monday, and just, I don't know, it's kind of humbling.
Yeah,
you know, sorry, I just, like, I'm still, like, kind of
I'm
processing.
Kind of stunned. Like,
you know, like, I mean, we always mess around, and, like, you know, our group chats are entertaining, and you know, it's just, you never think of stuff like that when you're doing this. You know, it's like we do it because it's fun, and our friend, like, I mean, you guys help me through some things, and, like, you know what I mean, like, we help each other, but you never really think of people that you don't really know face to face. You know, it's pretty awesome, and I thank you for that. So,
round of thanks to everybody involved: Deshaun, Phillips, Lee, anybody in the chat, anybody listening, anybody that catches this later on the YouTube or on the podcast. Thank you for being here. And we hope you continue. And then Deshaun in the chat, he also says you guys are, whoops, I don't want to click that. You guys are the best. He's right. You guys bring joy to my week every week. I'm so glad you have daily shows. Matt Phillips says, I had a pretty bad year. Couldn't focus on much. It's fun to be a part of the show, even if it's just in the comment section. For an X-ray tech, a Browns fan, and a Southerner, you guys are great. and then Moose comes in. I am not a Southerner. Well,
you know what, Phillips? For a Canadian, you're pretty great too.
And Phillips had a birthday recently, and on his
happy belated birthday.
Go Expos.
He's from Toronto, not Montreal.
It was just, the Expos aren't even a team anymore.
I know. Blue Jays. Blue Jays.
No Maple Leafs, eh? No,
Raptors.
I wrote on his timeline something that I actually didn't really think about. I didn't really think about how much significance it has had in my life in the past 4 or 5 years. But I remember when the internet first became a thing, while I was a kid in the Midwest, and my parents were so afraid of me meeting weird people on the internet.
Sounds like my parents.
And now I've spent 127 episodes, as well as the 53 of Platinum Achievements and the various other podcasts I've been fortunate to be asked to be on. With weird people on the internet. So thank God for weird people on the internet.
No, I was just talking to my mom the other day about this, and she's like, we for some reason we were talking about my dad bought us a gateway computer and hooked up the internet for the first time, and I was like, remember when I was so afraid of you guys getting on the internet and meeting crazy people? And now that's all you do is every night I call you or text you. What are you doing? I'm on the internet with my friends. Thanks, Mom. Look what you made me do.
Thanks, Dad.
But also, like, you know,
Linda's fault.
Going through like my divorce when I did, like I got through some pretty tough times, and like Moose and Phillips especially, like when we were playing Rocket League or Diablo, like Helldivers. Yeah, those were times that, like, it wasn't like we sat and I like divulged a lot about it or really got into it, but it was nice to have those moments. And I wouldn't trade you weird fuckers on the internet for anything.
Yeah.
So thank you all, and thank you, Casey, for that. And yeah, speaking of like weird side effects on the internet, there's a guy I follow on Twitter. His name is Josh Suey. He worked at Midway, and the reason I followed him is because when I used to play NBA Jam, you know, like how they had the Air Morris code, the Mark Terminal code. Well, at the time, I didn't realize that all of those folks were developers on the game, and only in the past, you know, few years have I really started to say, "Oh, wait a minute, those were real people." And I went and actually sought out Josh Suey, and the reason I did that is because he was my favorite character in NBA Jam. He was my favorite code to use. Found him, and I basically told him, and I said, "Yeah, thanks for being a part of my life because you were my favorite character to use on NBA Jam." And he's like, "Wow, I'm humbled by that." And I really just started to think, like, yeah, he didn't set out for that. He just set out to do it.
I think he did.
I don't want, but like
secretly, he did.
maybe, but like I think he wanted that game to be good, and he wanted, and yes, it fucking was.
Yeah, it was a good game. NBA
it was all right.
It was fun.
It was great in the arcade.
It's a good time.
But like, I feel like this is that. Like, we didn't set out, but man, are we happy we did. Like, I'm happy we're doing some good, and thank you for reminding us of that, Casey. I'm happy you wrote in. Last question, Scotty Baller. What's up, guys? I started listening to you looking for Game of the Year podcasts and to listen to, okay, I'm gonna start over. I started listening to you looking for Game of the Year podcasts to listen to, and have actually gone back through your back episodes. Also subscribe to your channel. My friends and I have been discussing starting a podcast, but have been on the fence because, frankly, I'm not exactly a great talker. What are your tips, and do you think it's worth it?
I got it.
Speaking of not great talkers, welcome to Nerds Gone Rogue. None of us really are.
It's not. So do it with your friends. Mm-hmm. If your friends are good talkers, you be the moderator.
Yeah, look at me.
Like Court. Sprinkle some things in here or there. Talk about things here or there that you really want to talk about. And then just, if you're trying to do a timed show, you know, kind of trim the fat or stay on topic, you could be the one that's kind of like, you know, moves and molds, kind of like the producer, you know? Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. Like, I started podcasting because I'm terrible at conversations with people. Like, I mean, at least I used to be. I think I've gotten better. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Done too many podcasts to even figure that out at this point, but you know, like, that's why I started podcasting, is because I was terrible at talking to people. And so, like, that really helped me develop conversation skills, I guess. Is that even a thing? Skills?
Yeah. Conversation skills. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, yeah, it actually helped me a lot in learning how to talk to people in more than just like, hey, hi, how's it going? I'm just gonna go stand over here and be quiet. So it helps in doing it with friends and or people you just find on the internet like I did.
Yep.
So
Matt,
no,
you fell asleep during Destiny. Let's do a podcast.
Yeah, tell that story all the time.
It's great.
But
one of my favorite things.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's definitely, this has been the best part of my life, and besides like getting married and have a kid. Mm-hmm. Those are close seconds.
It's a nice little slice of your life.
But there's if you want, there's fireside chats on things, but like during like before I met my current wife and these knuckleheads, like I went through some rough things, and the podcasting actually kind of got me out of that too. Like I've become better than I was, and like this was the other kind of New Year's resolution thing that I had, just coming out of, my wife and I always write stuff down and keep it in a book to see if we know if we did it or not well. And I just said, be better. Those were the words I had. And like this podcasting and stuff has helped me to be better, in terms of like the way I think about things, the way I talk to people, and even vocabulary and trying to say things a different way. And it's really helped a lot of aspects of my life besides just communicating with people. So yeah, that's my small rant on that. So you should do it. It's fun.
Yeah, do it.
Plus it's fun.
Yeah. Plus you like pick up new skills, like like working with your audio, visual, make sure everything's right. Yeah. There's just a lot of things there that could help you even grow as a person. Yeah. Like I feel podcasting has helped me converse better, because like when I engage with people at work or in my life, like I try to make it like an interaction more than just like like if they come to me to talk to me, like they just get what they want and turn around and like go off, or vice versa. Like, if they come to me with a question about something or need something, like it's like, oh well, hey, well, how was your weekend? How's this going? Try and recall the last thing we talked about and be like, how's that going for you? You know what I mean? Like have it be like a human interaction instead of just, I need A from you and then I'm out. You know what I mean? Or, you're just coming to get A, like, hey, at least let's talk for a little bit, and people are engaging, like obviously sometimes people, like if you're in a crunch, some people just need what they need and they have to turn around and get something done because we have timelines, and that's understandable. But it's just trying to, it'll help you grow and converse a little bit better,
Yeah.
The one thing I will say is do this for fun.
That's the other thing. Yeah. Just do it for fun with your bros.
You want to start a podcast? Start a podcast. Don't work like I bought when I initially started podcasting on Platinum Achievements. I bought a Blue Snowball mic, and then that was it. And then I downloaded the free audio recorder for Skype so we could record. That was it. I wasn't about to like start soundproofing a room or getting a complicated mixer. I mean, because like I didn't know how to work any of that. I mean, granted, I could figure it out. I was on the radio for 4 years. Figuring out a mixer is not difficult, but also like I'm not going to put in that investment for something that is going to just fizzle out. Now, Platinum Achievements lasted for a year and change. We did 53 episodes, and not all of those were every week, but like I wanted that to be fun. And then when granted, that never stopped being fun, just logistics got out of hand for me.
Some things fall apart too.
Mm-hmm. But if Nerds Gone Rogue was not fun for any of us, or if like let's say Corey and I are having a good old time and Moose is like, yeah, I'm just not feeling this anymore. No hard feelings, man. Same with Corey. Same with me. Like I know that they'd have no hard feelings if for some reason this just couldn't happen anymore. We'd adapt. We'd adjust. It wouldn't be this. We wouldn't pretend it would be the same. But if you have fun, keep doing it. If you don't have fun, stop. Do not make it work.
Yeah.
If it becomes a job, it won't be fun for you.
Yeah, trust me. I know. I would know
Yeah.
from Nerds Gone Rogue, but
this
from
this motherfucker here. He has tried to make this stuff work, and I won't let him. He did a lot of background stuff this holiday season. And he was pretty quiet about it till the end. But I know that if he was telling me shit was going on, I'd be like, hey, don't get burned out now, because I've done that to you, Corey.
Oh, I know.
like
I know. Well, I'm talking specifically about the DNA stuff.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That, it was just like, geez.
But like, yeah, I mean, just do it for fun. If you know people that are podcasting, try and be a guest first. Like, just to try and get your own feet wet. I mean, I started when I was in high school. I knew that eventually talking to girls was going to have to be a thing, just because, And
lo and behold, he landed a partner.
No, well,
everybody clapped.
I took a speech class so I could learn to talk in front of people without pissing my pants with anxiety. And then I'm like, okay, I'm actually enjoying this. And then I took radio, and ended up I took radio my second semester my freshman year, and then ended up being on the radio for 4 years. The 90s.
The 90s.
You're so old.
I know. You're older, which is weird. But if you want to become a better talker, start a podcast. If that podcast isn't fun, don't do it anymore. I know I've repeated myself, but I can't stress that enough.
And also, like, picking a topic is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whether you kind of decide.
And don't do news, because that's boring.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we have spin-off podcasts where we do news, and like those are enjoyable, but we did this show first, right? And it's if you do something where you're not doing like news, evergreen shows are always the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like talk, where you and your buddies enjoy a lot.
Yeah.
That you want to talk about, and build a community for. Like, could be video games, could be music. Do you play music? Do you play an instrument? Hey, talk about your music, talk about what you're learning, just have a conversation amongst yourselves and let it go from there,
Yeah.
And things will get personal. You'll get personal on air naturally.
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot more personal than if I would have set out to get as personal as I have, I wouldn't have done this. But like, it's all kind of come out organically.
Yeah. And I've been open more about stuff on this show than, before that. I had only told my wife things, and then Matt and I pretty early on had a pretty emotional fireside chat that was pretty, yeah. So, yeah, it's going to happen. Even if you don't want it to, it's going to happen. And look, it's fine. I mean, it's okay to do that.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to bare just a little bit of your soul. It just shows that A, you're human, and B, you care about it. And yeah. So
yeah,
I feel like if we try and do any more advice, we're just repeating ourselves.
Yeah. Beating a dead horse.
Yeah. So we're 20 minutes past my heart out.
It's true.
So that's a problem. So we got to go.
Yep.
This has been Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 127. Welcome to 2019, everyone. Saddle up. It is the 7th of January. On the 11th, Hitman Absolution and Blood Money are getting remastered for PS4. There's some news that we can all get behind. Licensed Tequila will be starting up on Nerds Gone Rogue. I'm Infinite_Rewind on every social media platform I choose to be a part of. That includes Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, PlayStation. And yeah. Moose. Nerds Gone Platinum. Where can we find you?
You can find me at Svhenn on PS4, Twitter, and Instagram. You could tweet the show, Nerds Gone Platinum, at ng_platinum. You can email us at nerdsgoneplatinum@gmail.com. You can come join us on Tuesday nights. We usually start around 9. That's Eastern time. So New York time for all you people around the world. If you want to just sit in the chat and hang out with us and watch the show live, or you can catch it Thursday mornings. That's pretty much that. Corey, where can we find you?
You can find me at CoreyNHD86 on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find me at CoreyNHD on Twitch. You can find me on Nintendo Power Block and other various things on ngrradio.com. Also, if you want to subscribe to our other shows, we now have a subscribe page on our website, ngrradio.com/subscribe. You can follow everybody. You can follow all of our shows wherever you listen to it. And so this has been episode 127. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, we love you.
Banana and out.
You're welcome.
Now we're live. For better or for worse, everything we say now is on tape.
Well, shit.
On tape. Like it's the goddamn 90s.
It is.
I didn't touch it.
Oh, geez. First live show of 2019. Never fails. Loud noises. Loud noises.
Okay.
Whoa. He's got a washer on.
Whoa.
Hey, Moose, do you have your settings on your new microphone?
I'm working on them right now.
Yeah.
Moose. Mike, congratulations.
Check, check. 1, 2.
Huh?
Sound all right?
You sound fantastic.
You sound like Moose.
Well, I mean, is the sound better? I know I sound like shit, but is the Moose sound better?
You sound similar but different.
All right. No, that's not
I'm still in producer mode right now. Dude, I'm so hungry. Gosh, I want to.
Did you not eat?
I did eat,
Okay.
but I ate like a rabbit.
No.
Because
Yeah, I need to eat like a rabbit, my bro. So
Because
I feel your pain.
I need to lose some weight.
I need to lose a lot more. I need to lose. Period. I haven't lost a pound. So
Drinks a beer.
No. It's diet beer.
Diet beer.
nobody asked you. Right? Nobody fucking dialed you up on the phone and said, "What is your opinion of Moose's weight loss?" No one said that.
Well, technically, you just did.
I did not.
you said it in saying that no one said it.
Is this
Got
it? Man, we have 3.5 more questions, by the way.
Great.
4 maybe.
Shit.
I don't know.
Well,
We got two.
Cool.
We got 2 on Facebook, 1 on
Alright.
Twitter, and then a half of. It's really an addition of 1 from Twitter. Just Sean tweeted at us and said, "Hey, I need to add to my question," even though he wrote that.
Even though he wrote a novel.
Yeah.
He provided like a show topic. With his
That's
question.
awesome.
Okay, so
Oh, that's the best. Oh, Mr. Marshall's in the chat.
Marshy Marsh in the platinum bunch.
it's actually all right. Very nice.
I know. It's my dad joke of the day. They're getting better. It's 2019.
You gotta bring your A game, buddy. You gotta bring
All right.
that A game.
All right. Ready, guys?
No. Maybe. Are we ever really ready?
I had no idea.
I don't think so.
I feel like we just sort of jump off the bridge and see it with the
We
splash.
hold hands together and we take that plunge.
Yep.
Hold my hand.
It's the weirdest Thelma and Louise ever.
I feel like it's you and I holding each other's hands and Corey's pushing us off. Like that's really what it is. If we were gonna get down to it.
But see, like he's like in Hitman. If you stay around too long after you commit the crime,
He gonna get you.
people start saying, "Wait, did you do this?"
Who did this? Why are you standing there in that fashion?
Mhm.
What's going on here?
And why are you wearing his clothes? It's just weird now. Did you do
Yeah.
this? All right.